Okay, welcome to Luke Diamond Show. I'm doing 2 shows in a day, but you will see it as they come along on the YouTube uploading in a few days. But welcome to the show, Luke Diamond Show. pt8, part 8, episode 8. We're talking about numerology, so we will continue that conversation. Just ended the show and record, stop camera, and start a new one. Okay, so back to numerology. So how we treat each other, how we behave, all the stuff I was just saying in the last show. We gotta connect with each other, come together, and really have the realization of that. Because that is the basis of society. If we can't even do those basic things, how do we expect the society to get better and function? Like how I look around, right? You look around these days, always some bad news, right? Something bad you hear, like lots of that kind of stuff, crime and a lot of things. Anyway, so now we're going to go back to the numerology. Okay, so in numerology, actually, I'm going to mention something. So now this is part 8. So now we're going to continue from whatever we said, part 7. So now, once you connect with these 11, 22, 9, and 3s, like I said, important, very important advice. So then, regardless of what numbers you are, do it anyways. But then we need to also make sure that those numbers connect. Like you're going to make connection, complement them. The 11, 22, 9, and 3, complement them a lot because that's what, they have those great attributes, like I said, out of all the numbers. And try to have some of this conversation that I'm trying to have. Pass on the message. Or if you have a similar message in your heart, pass it on and make the connection. Because what we're trying to do with numerology part of it, like one part is from the book, like I said before. That is the beginning. But what is the end? What is the end agenda of the book? The end agenda is that we need to take the 11, 22, 9, and 3 and combine those energies. It comes back to number 9. So we'll combine those energies so how we combine them, right? Like you will meet the people, like I mentioned, first step. The second step is we're going to invite people on this show. Probably through Zoom meetings. Will be rare somebody, going to come over right now, but it's an online show. But we're going to try to get them through Zoom meetings. I'll probably have a laptop open here with a big screen so you can see them and, see all that interaction. So we will bring, now I have a few people in mind, lined up already. We'll see how that works out. But what we're going to do, is, so we're going to be bringing people at 11, 22, 9, and 3. Now, I'll be honest, the most interesting ones, of course, are 11 and 22. And 3, I know, that's magical. But then come 9 and 3. So it's in that order. 11, 22, 9, and 3. 11, 22, 9, and 3. So 11, 22, I found few. And then we're going to try to get them on the show. Maybe I can get a couple of people over with the actual numbers, like maybe around the area there might be somebody 11 or 9, I might know. So we'll try that one, and they'll be sitting in the seat here. We'll be talking, nice conference, and some of them will be through Zoom meetings. So we'll start that next step, and then if you are a 11 or a 9 or a 3 or a 22, especially if you're 11 and 22, even a 9. Like I said, a 3 comes in the end. Even though I'm 3, I'm putting it in the end, so if I'm very honest. The 11 and the 22 is the most important, and then 9 and 3 kind of goes back and forth. But if you are 11 or 22 or 9, please contact me. You can come on the show, meaning through the online, Zoom meeting. So if we get more people in the show, I think that will create the impression to the world that the support is growing, but it's real, but it's growing, and more people are supporting the message, and more people are supporting the conversation, and more people are supporting the action. Keep in mind, like I said a few times before, all these things we are trying to do is very simple stuff. Like, it's nothing fancy, simple. But I have to explain it in such a complex way because of human design and the inability to adopt to the positivity that saves all of us, that protects all of us in this circle, in this beautiful circle realm. So we just have to connect, come together, and have beautiful lives. What's the point of a life if it's not beautiful? It's a short life. I sit here doing this show, I'm realizing that, right? So can you. It's very short. Doesn't matter if we live 50, 60, 70 years. Think about it for a second. Like I said, slow down. Thoughts. Sit down. Think. It's very short. Very short. And it will be gone so fast, right? So my point is that, at least do something that we can truly be proud of. Not with ourselves, that other people are proud of us in society. That's important too. Like somebody might say, well, we don't have to care what other people think. Yeah, okay, that's fine. But we do have to care if we're doing something wrong, what people think, right? So that's what I'm saying. We have to do things to be proud and encourage other people who are weak to be proud and do good things. Like there's no need for hatred, negativity, or anything that's not good on the planet. The planet provides enough, right? Right? Don't be scared of the wars and the environment and all this, stuff that we hear all the time. Like, no. The planet has survived for billions and billions of years according to science. Don't you think it's going to survive another 100 years or more, at least? Probably a 1,000 years at least, according to Nostradamus. I think he said something. I'm not exactly sure, but that's what I remember as a kid. I don't know if it's true, but the number, but something in 3047 or 3000 something, he said the world comes to an end. But I never got the interpretation for that one yet. Actually, I'm going to ask, if I get a chance, on the John Hogue show, if I get a chance to get on it next time again, I'll try to ask that question and see if I get an answer, then I will respond back. Anyway, so I did talk to him actually for a couple of minutes, but then I didn't get a chance to continue the question. But I'm going to probably ask. That's an important question, right? So, okay. So now coming back to my show, so let's talk about again so the numerology, you're going to understand this part, we bring the people. Now the energy, so how will this energy transform the planet? That's a tough question, scientifically or spiritually, how you want to see it, mathematically, right? Practically. So it's an idea, and all things come from an idea. Like omnipresence had an idea, maybe not the best idea. Here, there's a human created, right? But so there's always an idea before something becomes greater and beautiful and marvelous and all that. So it's just an idea for now, and we're exploring it as we go along. Like I said, it's all shared together. Everything is on sync with the audience, what's going on. So now we'll start those people to come in the show and see how things move forward first, of course. But my thing, the end game is that we need to make sure that 11 and 22 and 9. So we also want those three signs. So first, we're going to go and talk to those kind of people, like the audience, like I said, that I'm going to bring those people in the show to Zoom and in real life, hopefully. And then from there, we want to make sure that 11, 22, and 9 also, like I said, meet each other. Because as they will meet each other, they will create a double or triple vibration, because they have a very high vibration. So with 11, if there's 11 and a 22 or 11 and 11 in a room or 9, that will create amazing vibration. And those vibration is what we're after. Those frequencies, like they could happen in a restaurant, in a bar, nightclub, no matter where, conference room. We just want these high spiritual people getting together, getting in a room or a place or whatever, and then the energies will, they'll be pretty close to each other, get the energies moving in that room. So those energies will will create the higher vibration frequency that we have now on the earth, and I think that will create further. And of course, if they can even further do meditations together, 11, 22, and 9 and 3, that will be, I think, the ultimate goal. That will be the dream come true for me. So if you're hearing this and you are an 11, 9, or 22 or 3, and you know somebody out of those numbers, please start meditating together. Start to meet those people. Tell them the message I'm giving, and then see what happens. We're going to have to try, and see how things go. Again, like I said, so definitely, like this is going to be very interesting experiment. I mean, everything in life is experiment before you perfect it, but this is a good experiment. We meet some awesome people, we create some good energies with them, and then we create that energy in the universe. But in this case, we are doing it like with intent, meaning intentionally we are trying to set all this up, right? It's not just happening out of a fluke. So that's what's going to hopefully create this mega power of information, energy in the universe, because we have a good intent. We are intentionally trying to get people together. So now, if the universe already knows, the omnipresent knows, okay, Luke has a great idea here, whatever. So the blessings should be there. That's all I can say. I mean, I'm hoping, right? Blessings should be there to create that energy, to bring it all together, bring it all together. So as many of those four numbers, 11, 9 and 22, 3, can get together and meditate and all that kind of stuff, and then and talk about these messages I have, share my shows and discussions, or however you feel comfortable in your own way, in your own unique way, continue on. Because as you pass on to the other people the messages, and then you meet the numbers and everything, then the numerological world of universe will expand, like I said before. So because when I talk to some of these people like 11 and 22, men and women both, I just see such perfection. So when we say the human design is flawed, that's true, but these numbers, they're pretty close. They're pretty close to perfection. 11, 22, 9 and 3. And that's why I say that 11 order, 22 order, 9 comes third, and 3 is fourth. But what about 8? Now 8 is pretty good too. Like 8, I'm going to discuss in this show. We'll talk about level 8, because people say, what about 8? People talk about it a lot too, right? So 8 number. Now, first we have to understand what is 8, right? Because if we don't know what is 8, and we are talking about it, like we are missing the point a little bit, right? But what is 8? So 8 is, they say, infinity. Okay, that's fine. But 8 comes from where? Right? So 8, if you split the number, now listen carefully, this is very important message and information. So if 8, right, you separate it, what happens? Oh, they become 2 zeros. Wow, there's such thing as 2 zeros? No, but there is, if we talk about the center point of zeros, lots of things out there in the universe. But right now, the zeros have become 2 zeros now. So what happened just now? Are they like 11, 22, and like 2 zeros came out? Like 2 zeros, 2 11s, 1, 1, 2, 2. So, yes. But the thing is, because 8 is also that, right? It is that. I'm not saying it's not, but it's partially that. It's not completely that. So 8 is half of 11 and 22. Let's put it that way. So it's below the 9, and the number is below 9. See, think common sense. 9, 3. So 3, number 3, right? You're third in the row. Okay. Now you're number 9. You have a bigger number. Wow. After 9, there's no numbers really. Yeah. So what happened? 11 and 22. Wow. These are the spiritual big numbers. Okay, well then that's why they are what they are. But now the 8 is less than 11 and 9 and 22. So it's inferior in that way in terms of the the status of the numbering. But like I said, it makes the 2 zeros, and it's also made out of a 9 and a 6 and a 3. Now you say, well, how could be that? Come on, such thing. Okay, so let's split the number further. Took the 8, you made 2 zeros. Wow, mystery is coming out, right? A whole new world of mind information. Now, we take the 8 And if we go around, like take that half instead of two zeros, like two balls, zeros, you come this way, cut like in the middle of the 8, right? What is it? What is it? 3. Now, 3. Now, 3 is still 3, whether it's upside down or how we want to look at 3, like this way 3 or this way 3, still 3, technically. Design is same, right? Okay, what is 8 upside down? 8. What is 8 this way? Infinity, right? What is 8 this way? Also 2 zeros separate down. Okay. Now from 8, okay, so if you take out the 8 part of it, then the top part of it, then you see it can become a 6 if you cut the half, 6. If you cut at the bottom, it becomes 9. Wow, so what is that about? A number inside a number? Inside a number, inside a number. So now are we trying to say that 8 is the magnificent best number? No, but as we are experiencing all this in real time, as I'm talking, I'm learning too new stuff we're talking about. So 8 is extraordinary, yes it is. But because the power of the 8, okay, it is very powerful. Like for example, the 11 and 22 is very powerful, like I said, and so is 9. And 3 is just magic. It's not powerful in that, maybe in other ways, but so now with 8, it's like 11, 22, okay, yes, half of it, whatever, right? But that is also a combination of a 9 and a 3. So it's a hybrid, right? Or like a tribrid, whatever, even still there's a word like that, but it's like a mixture. 8 is an energy mix with 9, 6, and 3. 9, 6, 3, 8, 0. So, this you have to study. Meaning, this is what we're going to talk about a little more as we go along with the. When there's no time and space, well, here there's time. But you travel, right? You travel to astral projection, and you find all this, right? So now we know the complexity of numbers, complexity of humans with the numbers, and as we dissect and split them out into 4 different numbers. Now we say, okay, I understand a number 8. Usually you might not, but they are very complex and very powerful. And their energy is very, how do I say it, a little bit over vibration. Not necessarily bad, but over vibration. So that's a little bit of a balance there, right? But again, that's fine. They can work it out. They can balance it out if they are spiritual and they are wise and they are, thinking of those terms and they are trying to raise their conscious level. Then yes, like I said, even a 4 and a 6 or a 5, if decides to do what I'm doing, will become magnificent because it's not the number that does the job. It's the human soul gives power to the number if they choose to. So number 5, people talk about lottery, 555, 888, or all these numbers, whatever, 99900. So that's the thing, like, we give the power of number. Now, of course, 11, 22 are already gifted. Originally they're already gifted. 9 is gifted at 3, that's one way, and 8. So the others may not be like that. But I'm saying if they choose to go that path, it'll be a little longer to get there. But they will get there. They will get there. So what we will do in the next show, actually, will make it very interesting. Don't worry. Now we're getting into this, right? So now what is the next show we're going to do? We are going to talk about further numerology. We're going to get to the point where people are saying, look, I'm happy with 0 and 9. Well, yeah, you might be happy, but are you? We need to know all of it, because if we don't, then we cannot deal with those numbers, those human beings, and not understand them and miss out on a lot of things, right? Because some of us, family member, friends, or spouse, we may have those people beside us. saying, well, Luke is saying, this and that. Okay, well, you gotta study, right? So that's okay. But now, so we don't know what we're missing. Somebody beside us could be 5 and 4, they need help, or 6 or whatever. And sometimes there could be 8 present in the room, or 9 or 11 or 22. So help them out. If they have if the 4, 5 and 6, like I said, if they're already highly tuned people, then good for them. Good for them. They're not 4, 5, 6 anymore, are they? They've left the vibration. It's our choice to leave the negative energy. It is our choice to stay in it and all that kind of stuff. So we have to figure it out on our own, uniquely, but you need the information, basics here, and I'm trying to do, to share hidden knowledge that most people will not talk about, or maybe charge a lot of money to talk about, right? Because this is a very forbidden kind of knowledge that most people don't know either, I guess, or don't care, or don't talk about it, or charge a lot of money to talk about it, I guess, right? Privately, I guess. But anyway, that's okay. I don't mind that. We all have a calling. My calling is to share information, and that's what I'm doing. So anyway, so moving on. So today we had an interesting discussion about 8. It was very illuminating to me, and I hope to the audience. And it opened a new realm of thought, a new perception, a new concept. Because now, based on what we are discussing about 8, even though we kept 8 out of the equation so far, but future is future, not present, right? So maybe we will include 8 in that special pack club, the special A club numbers. But first investigate further. So now so then the 8 is coming to the 9 to the 6 and the zeros, right? So the thing is this, so there's a 6 in there, right? Okay. And there's 9, okay. So 6, right? So they have energy of 6 in there too, and a 9. So that upside downs it. So a 8 number could help the 6. See? It just came. And the 8 number could have 6 in it too, right? And it also has a 9 in it. Right? So it can also help the 5. Why? Why 5? Also because see the 5, look at the design. Look at the design. 6, 5. See? They all like 1, 2, like 1, 2, 2 turns, whatever. And 4, see? 1, 2 turns, whatever. So then, because it has a 9 and a 6 in it, and 5 is almost like a 6. If you come down and touch it up again, it becomes a 6. So are we saying 5 is 6 and 6 is 5? No. But they are pretty close, right? Design-wise. Maybe energy-wise too, maybe. Think about it. It's a psychological discussion, but so the 8 can help the 6. 8 can help the 5. 4 is a whole different now. I talked about that, right? So we're going to look at 4 now. We'll talk about it. Okay. Now again, some of the stuff I'm doing now is real time. So it's not all the knowledge within me. Some I'm exploring as talking to the audience. Like I said, we learn as we talk and we think as we move forward, right? So okay, now we'll meditate and think a little bit about the 4. So now, for the 4, I think we have to let me think. Okay, so this is number 4, right? It's 4. This is 4. Yeah, 4. So 4, we were going to say, okay, so 4, I'm thinking what other number it looks like, right? So, yeah, so 4, yeah, it's a lot of zigzags going, right? So yeah, it's almost like a Z alphabet, sort of, right? Yeah. But now, With the 4, I would say, so okay, but I need to start from the beginning. The problem with the 4 is that it's over vibration. It just came to me. So then I guess 8 could. Now, we don't know if it can 100% help, but it can try. In this case, maybe try. So 6 and 5 can help, 8 can help that. But 4 maybe, because 8 is also over vibration, right? So they could share some information to the 4 and look, we both are having problem. We are over vibration, overpower. So what can we do, right? We both have this issue. We both have the extra energy or extra portal or extra vibration. Okay, so this was the answer today. So I think it's a wonderful answer I found from the universe as we were talking. Today we didn't have to use the cards. We know, you have to say it. The cards are sitting in the corner with 3 special packs, definitely make order, and that other one, the beautiful one I showed with those little triangles with red and black ones. I know they're sitting sad in the corner. They're saying we're always getting used and enjoying it, and now I'm sitting in the corner for 2 shows and nobody's talking to us. Well, don't worry, we will be talking to you again. We never leave you alone. Remember, you're never alone. I'm always here. Keep the connection going. Never make them feel alone and lonely, because they can lose their power, their spirit. So keep them alive. So, but everything I say has a lot of meanings, a lot of spiritual dimensional meanings. So try to understand those on your own too, in your own unique way, with your own life experience and your environment, right? Don't miss out. Just slow down and think all this stuff I'm talking about. But anyway, so now we are going to talk about the 4 we said, right? So 4, it can help, possibly. So that's a good news today. We solved something big here actually. So now 6 and 5 and 4, because those were the problems. So in the numbers, so it can help. Okay, all right. So that's beautiful. But now we still want to continue with 4 a little bit, because it's a little bit complex. So 4 is this 4, right? 2 plus 2, 4, right? Now remember I said the number 22 is different. It's not a 4, it's a 2, 2, so it's a 22. There's a unique number of 2 vibration, 2 digits same, like 2 pillars of light, like 11, like 8 kind of, But in 4, like I said, it's like, see, it's going like this, it's like a cross sideways, and and then it's got a lot of turns going on, like this coming down. It's almost like like people do it, right? Like this. It's almost like that, like a cross kind of in a way, but not exactly. But you know what I mean. It's just coming like this, But again, anyway, so 4 has. I'm trying to think a little more. Has some. Okay, so we will do this. We will let them have fun. And the cards never sleep, like I said. Right? Don't let them sleep. We'll just use them for one answer, not much. So we have some time here. So we'll talk to them about the 4. Because 4 is a tough one, I'll be honest. 4 I haven't focused on enough because it's very difficult to focus on. Right? 4 is thinking other things too. But see, 4 doesn't. Like, even if you go 4 upside down, like it's like a T and a cross, and it's a very weird design. Like it's not like easily understood, right? And easily symbolized easily, I guess I would say. All right, we let them have one little time fun with us. Okay, why not? They do a great job, right, so far. Okay, give us what is number 4? What's the true mystery behind 4? 4, 4, 4, 4. Oh. They didn't like me moving them too fast, or they said, here you go, Mr. 4. Okay. All right. Whatever the cards say, let's try to at least give them a chance, see what's going on here, right? All right, so, okay, whatever the cards are saying, what are they saying? Oh, sorry, 3 cards here. Okay. This one we had last time too, but that was something else, right? Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Oh, see, like I said, there was, well, I didn't get as far as into the 4 like now, but now I'm seeing it now. I can see it now. Like the 6 is like negativity, yes. Because it's already said it here. I wasn't sure, my feelings, but now they're coming out as I'm seeing the card. I'm like, oh, you know what? That's what it was, I guess. So it says here, ruin, meaning, negativity, a lot of darkness. Opposition, right? So opposition in this case, like I said, the 4 is going like a cross, like a T, and this and that. There's a lot of turns, in the energy. So it's difficult to deal when a person has that within themselves, right? Like kind of like, that symbol inside their system. So I get that. And oh boy. Well, it is what it is now. This one says the world. This one says the world. And it's showing a 2 and a 1. So I think that's giving me some more indication. Can 8 help the 4? We said yes. And can 3, as we mentioned 3.2, I got 3, but 3, 2, 1 is 3. So 3 can also help the 4. Now how much we have to explore further, but 3 can help the 4, 8 can help the 4. And see, it only threw out 3 cards too. So 3 cards, 3, plus 2, 1, 3, 6. And 6 can help the 4. Here you go. Just won the poker game. So that's, I think, a good conclusion to today. So hear all this out. It's all like experimentation. We try different things, learn more things, try to find different answers. So everybody try to listen carefully and follow instructions and see if some of that come true. I mean, most of it's true spiritually and intellectually, but in real life, does it work? All of it, right? Like most of it probably will. That's what I'm talking about. But you'll see with this one, the 8 and the 4. And so 8 can help the 4, 6 can help the 4, and the 5 can help the 4. 4 needs a lot of help, I guess. 3 have to help the 1, right? But anyway, it's all out there, right? Anybody can take help, and then they take help. So we got pretty deep today in the numerology, right? And like I said, we're going to do one more show on it. And we're going to get into more crystals too. Now, this is a crystal too, I guess, in a way. But this is a peridot, called peridot. It's like the green to turquoise. It's very healing. And like they say, not me, but they say, whoever they are, that it protects from evil. So people wear it, whatever. Or the eye, they call it. And this one is green. This is beautiful. It creates a beautiful vibration system, keeps you pretty calm. And this is basically a healing, a very healing crystal, this peridot. It takes a lot of toll on itself, for you, like that crystal I talked about. So it takes a lot of energy and try to bear it inside itself to give you the vibration, the beautiful health vibration, or the green energy, they call it. The energy of life, the green leaves, trees. So it's very blessed. Very blessed. Like the trees and plants that give oxygen, this is very blessed. The green color or the green stone, the peridot. Now there another stone out there, I'm going to mention it, not the name, I don't even remember the name now. It starts with a D. So I mentioned it for a reason. So be careful of that stone. Because that one starts the name with a D. I don't remember the name now. It's been a long time. And that's like a dark green, like a bottle green, like the color is nice, but it's really dark bottle green. And remember like how we see the with the movie Superman. And in there, one time something, or whatever the experimental scientific was, his green krypton energies turned on him, and they turned like into darkness, and he got weak and almost died. So it's like that kind of a thing, meaning just a theme. I mean, it's not literally, but a theme. So theme is that this energy is not only a very dark energy, this stone, because I've not come across anything dark like that before. So it has a very dark energy. And again, we will explore things, right, as we explore. But so far, I do not like to touch that stone. I keep it hidden in the house. Somewhere I have it now. I hid it inside a pocket, something, close it down, because it was sort of like very uh, demonic, not just negative, beyond negativity, demonic, meaning like you feel this negativity just pulling you down, right? It's just making the whole world crumble down, like the feeling, the energy, not literally, but the energy. So you can't stay around it for more than a few minutes, too much negativity, right? So just be careful of that stone. It's called, I don't know the name, but it starts with a D, as far as I'm remembering, and it's a darker green. I don't know what it's called, but it's a darker green, and that's all I know for now. If I find a little bit more, I'll mention it. But I'm gonna, warn the audience of that stone, right? As far as I know, my experience. I'm talking, of course, my view, my opinion. So try to never use or buy that stone, I guess, because there's so many other beautiful stones like carnelian and jade, and there's a tiger stone. Oh, I got so much crystals and stuff. I will bring them out soon. But we'll keep that green one hidden, the dark bottle green. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. So anyways, we got so many stones, like beautiful stones, why to deal with something darkness and negativity, but enough about that. So let's move on. Always remember, the less you talk about darkness, the better it is. Right? So anyways, so now the show will be finished in about 2 minutes finishing now. Alright, well, subscribe to the book, support the show, share the links. If you want to come on the show, if you need any services, contact me through 705-728-1928, email, text. And then we'll go from there. And let me know your first, last name, and if you are in which province or country, hopefully in Canada, US, because that's where we all live, but it doesn't matter where you are, but then we will talk. And then we will talk. I mean, I would love to talk to people from all over the world, right? I mean, that's fine. But as long as you can see the show and reach the show, share the links, pass the message. So everybody who's watching this show, please kindly share with other family members, friends, people you know, so it can expand, it can get the support it needs. They can maybe buy the books too and expand this show. So like try to give so much for so less, and want everybody to prosper, enjoy life, be healthy, and have a blessed day. And thank you for watching Luke Diamond Show Part 8. Thank you. Have a nice day.